Okay, and we're back. I've just done a thing. I had this for another project and it's kind of worked. Let me spin the camera around and I'll show you. So you join us back today with Rob working on brakes, and Brian has pulled the engine back off so we can get the flywheel on. That's the Kennedy kit that we got, so it comes with the flywheel but then utilises a standard clutch from a Volkswagen Beetle. So we got this brake sorted out yesterday with Evan. That brake's being done over that side. We've got to paint up the gearbox. We're deleting some vacuum hoses on the engine and tidying up some bits and pieces on that. What else are we doing, Brian? Time belt covers, repair to the injector. Oh, you painted that bit in and I've just touched it. Nice, okay. Yeah, I obviously finished quite late yesterday and my kids didn't let me sleep, so I only got about 5 hours sleep, and we're back at it today, so try and do as much as possible, get this together. We're still waiting on lots of parts. I have just had a parts delivery. We are waiting on a radiator, we are waiting on seats. Yeah, we're waiting. Oh, the bits have been dropped off to the powder coaters as well, so they're off the frame. I took that off yesterday, as you saw, and that's gone there. Yeah, the steering tube, that's being powder coated as well. We just give them all that so they can get on with that and we can deal with this. We're doing okay, but whether it's going to be done or not, who knows. Right, so we're now going to deal with tidying up the gearbox, and we'll get some black paint on all of this, and we need to test that starter motor as well, so we'll connect that up to a jump pack and just see if that works. And Brian's putting on a new thrust bearing. That came with the kit from the clutch kit, didn't it? Yeah. That's the clutch kit from, yeah, Heritage, so all those bits as well. So yeah, let's set the camera up and we'll deal with cleaning that up. Just done a thing. I had this. Let me spin the camera around and I'll show you. Some fake teak flooring. So this is actually sticky back, and I was thinking, what could we do for like a carpet slash? It needs to be weathered because it's obviously going to get wet, I'm guessing, at one point in its life. So yeah, this is pretty cool. And I've just cut it down to size, both sides, and I'm going to get that stuck down now, and I'll show you what it looks like once that's all stuck down. So one thing we needed to do was actually fit this. So it's a little bearing that goes in the middle of the 20 valve turbo, so then that will work with the Beetle gearbox. I've got the new thrust bearing on there as well, and now we'll build up the clutch. Yeah, just checking the splines are all good, sits okay in there. Yeah, bolt this all up, put it on, engine back on. So I'm just sitting down having my lunch behind the camera, late lunch I may add, and Brian's doing a thing. Something went kadunk to start with. So he's actually just testing the starter motor. He did a thing to start with.
He did, but it might be the vacuum pack.
Should do enough to turn it though. He needs some love taps. I actually had to take a phone call, but meanwhile Brian got the starter motor working. They lubricated it as well. Is it hot? Yeah. Okay, fingers crossed that carries on working. But they lubricated it as well, so it's obviously just sat around. Fingers crossed that works. But it seemed to spin up nicely, didn't it? So we ain't got time. We got to get this beach buggy built. So we're going to get the starter motor in. Brian's done the gearbox order as well, so that's all good. Clutch is now on, and we'll get the engine on, and then my plan is to actually get the body mounted back on again. I've just done the new steering coupling on the front, and then put the earth or the horn wire. So this has got that now. We've got the new clamp to go on there once we get this all back together. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. Right guys, things are going to get exciting now. We are ready to fit all the wheels and drop this down on the floor for the first time with the wheels and everything on. We're doing that so we can then mount the engine back on. You might notice there's a slightly different starter motor on there. So yeah, the other one didn't work. So I looked upstairs and lo and behold, we had a high torque starter motor that will bolt straight on. I hope that the teeth line up and that all works, but it looks like it's going to work. So I'll put you on time lapse and play some tunes while we get some wheels on. Okay, so you can see in that last clip we're struggling a little bit. So we've got to use these spaces to clear the brakes, but what we've found, the taper on the longer bolts going in, because the steel is so thin of the actual wheel, these are hitting against that and not allowing it to do up. So what we've got to do is basically taper this, so we're going to bore that open a little bit more. So when this goes in, it will recess itself into there and help centralise it. Well, that's the plan anyway. We've got to do something. Let's do it. That's the rear wheels on. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Repeat the process around all of those and the other one. Should be good. So that's another wheel on and spins up reasonably even. I actually came up with a little smart way of doing this as well to get this to be central. If you just put it on and put a couple of bolts on, okay, that's fine, and then run some tape round. We can take the tape off afterwards. That holds this in place. So then we can take the bolts out, only a little bit, doesn't need to double up.
I won't double up.
No, don't double up. That holds in place and it should be fairly central. It's not too bad. But then we can put a bolt through and it should line up, he says. Don't make this look easy, Brian, with my handy tip. Okay, mine's in. That looks really wide. Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Right, we'll finish bolting that up and we'll drop it on the floor. Down. She's rolling. She's rolling. Yep, it rolls. We've got a skateboard. Let's get some power in there. That's that new starter motor as well. God, we had that. Okay, but it's got flow running around.
Yeah, that. And then
so
that.
we've actually done a link off of here. Hopefully you guys can see. Comes right the way round onto there. So we haven't had to chop that out, but we're just linking out basically the heater matrix from the original car. We won't need that in this. It's going to be summertime all the time, so No need for heaters. Up again.
Up there.
And then sit in it. Hopefully that's it. Engine back on. Okay, let's pause that there for a minute and we'll get the crane and everything out of the way. So here we've got the fuel tank that we need to fit back into the body at the front. We needed to fit a return pipe, so that's now been done. And we needed to clean all the inside. We've done that so it's not rusty inside. We've given it a wash out. We'll fit the sender unit, and then as if like magic, it's now all done. So what we're doing now is taking care of all the blacking of the underneath. So Evan's going around it, masking it all up at the moment, so we can just tidy everything up. He's already cleaned most of this off. So we've obviously got some overspray and stuff. I just want to tidy this all up now and make good of it. We've also got to do the repair to the battery tray, so we're just going to get on and fiberglass that up now. There will be some more cuts for the engine. We were talking about it last night, so the hole there needs to be made slightly bigger, but we're going to mask up all around the edge right the way round, and then tape and cover all of the bodywork so we don't get any of the stone chip over any of that. Rob is taking care of the dash. The fuel tank is done, so he's gone off cutting down the dash at the minute, and Brian is making up the floor pedal switch plate, so we need to fit
Clutch and brake.
Clutch and brake, there we go. So we're going to modify and fit
Done
them
that.
to these. Oh, he's done it, look, he's got the bolts on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's going to go on there.
that's it.
You have to have the clutch one so it doesn't rev hang, and the brake one. Technically it runs the cruise control, which we don't have, but we can run it as a brake switch anyway. So.
Yeah, but we need a little plate to do that, and then
The plan is in there.
yeah, hopefully that will work. And then we're going to trim that in the same rubber teak flooring stuff that we've got. We just put some masking tape on that to protect that for now. But yeah, that's making a nice plate. I can still be able to rest my heel on that as well.
I might make it a little bit shorter, yeah, honestly.
No, that is cool though. Yeah, definitely. Right, I'll come back to you when that's all done, as if like magic.
It's like magic, yeah. If only it was that.
So another electric van delivery from DHL, and the package we've been waiting for. So yes, this means we are no longer an air-cooled engine. Hopefully, inside this box is an awesome radiator in aluminium. So let me get this unboxed and I'll show you. Right, there we go. So that is the radiator, a top fill radiator, and it's got the mounts on it as well, and a place for a temperature sensor. I'm not sure if that's where we're going to be mounting it, but that's it. And it also comes with 2 fans as well. But if you stay watching, I'll show you where we're going to mount that, because it's not going to be on the roll cage, it's actually going to be inside the car. So yeah, stay tuned, I'll show you where that's going to go. And there we go, everything has now been stone chipped and under sealed in a nice matte black. So we used the HB body stone chip gun, a couple of cans of that, and then being totally honest, I went around it with a little bit of a matte black aerosol just around the edges where we couldn't quite get in there with the stone chip, but it's giving it a nice textured look. Obviously don't need to worry about up there because the fuel tank's going there, but otherwise everything is now covered and will look smart. So we'll get this unmasked, and then we'll be lifting this off and putting it back onto the floor pan. We're going to get the fuel tank mounted up as well. The sender unit has just arrived from Heritage, so we'll get that tucked in there, and the new tap has come, so we just need to seal that on. It's a little small for my liking. Hopefully it works out for us in the future. We'll get the new fuel sender in. We've just bought a different fuel cap because we realised that once this pokes up through the bonnet, our fuel cap that we brought for it doesn't actually fit. And yeah, it's also got the return pipe fitted there now as well. So we'll give it one final clean out, get that fitted on the front of this, and technically this is pretty much ready to bolt back onto the floor pan. Right, Brian has just said he is pretty much ready to do a thing. So let's set this camera up and yeah, put the pressure on Brian. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, we don't know what's gonna happen. It could go horribly wrong. It could go right. Let's do a thing. Hey!
Can someone operate the throttle pedal? So that actually
Cue Clyde.
Does it open?
No, we've got no throttle.
It's just,
I can hear it doing it.
it's trying to do a thing.
Why is that throttle not telling it to do a thing? Not on earth.
Plugged in?
No, nothing. Try again. I think we need to get fuel pressure into this. So let's concentrate on that next. We need to get some fittings, and we can do a calibration for the pedal as well. But it did a thing. It fired. Yeah.
It fired very quickly as well.
It did. Yeah. It did. So. Oh. Right, so off camera, we have had an absolute nightmare with the ECU and trying to get that all sorted out. It shut off after that first initial test and we couldn't get it running again. But yeah, we've just figured hopefully something out that we had a bad connection. Evan come along, sprayed some fuel into it and it fired up. So let's show you what we've done. If you flip that round, now turn it around, you can see what we're doing. Right, so yeah, first beach buggy with diagnostics, that's all plugged in, got a million sensors showing up. Hey! Okay, yeah, that was good. Yeah. 1 second, Evan. That throttle's properly opening now. Yeah, go on, Evan, you do that. Yes! So, no accelerator at the minute. We need to figure that out. But the engine runs. Cool. And yeah, we've got a few codes, so we're worked through. Yeah, just a few. No O2 sensors, accelerator position sensor too high, camshaft adjustment open, accelerator position sensor, implausible signal. So we might have a pedal problem. I'm going to clear all codes. Let's see what comes back. Oh, did we turn it off? Yeah, turned it off, sorry. So we've only got powertrain data bus missing message from ABS ECU. Okay, we don't need that. Crash signal from airbag ECU, don't need that. And powertrain database bus missing message from instrument cluster.
That's gearbox stuff.
Yeah, so, oh, that just did full throttle and then.
Okay, it's probably there is another wire.
That's not doing a thing now as well. That's just. Yeah, it's still switched on.
Okay, we tried the other pedal.
Yeah, maybe we've got a bad pedal and that's what's causing all this. It's shut down now. But there's still stuff there. But I want to see it still communicating. If we know it's still communicating, we should be okay. It's not communicating yet. Right, we'll grab another pedal and yeah, we'll see what's going on. Right, we're back. We've got another pedal and let's make lots of noise. You ready? Okay, so after a bit of a low yesterday, I've been out and about and picked up the roll cage, so we've got that now. Chris has refurbished the gear stick as well. I want to kind of keep that pig's tail swirl that somebody's made. I think that's pretty cool, and we've just clear coated the top of the wooden handle. Brian has frantically made another wiring loom, so we're going to look into that. Hopefully that works. And I picked up another ECU. Worst comes to worst, we're going to have to quickly send that away and get that deimmobilised and have some sensors deleted off of it that we're not using. Yeah, but we're back at it. You can see we've got the cage at the back there. I need to do some work to that. I need to get the headlights in the front of the beach buggy as well. It's got a lot to do and not much time to do it, but I'm excited. Yeah, keep watching. Let's do some more stuff. Okay, so you join us back now with the other wiring loom in position. We have no idea what this is going to do. We're not getting a pedal response at the moment. Still, so we need to figure that out. But let's go for it. Start mode, start mode, start mode. You had the start motor still on. He's going, no, it's panicking. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely got 6 wires. No, nothing. No, we've switched over to another wiring loom, and that's got a slightly different setup. I'm going to keep the other one just in case. We might end up going backwards, but I just want to make sure I've covered all bases and got everything I need. No, okay, let me know, and then yeah, do the alternator as well. And I've got a fuel line coming as well, I need that as well, yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, mate, thanks. Bye-bye, bye. We have more parts coming, but let's do something else. Okay, we're on a positive high now. It was a Dicky ECU that we had deimmobilised. So we've fitted another ECU, and at the minute it will fire, then cut out, but everything's working. The throttle pedal works momentarily. But yeah, so we're 99% sure it's the ECU that was the issue. So now comes the part where we deconstruct, get everything out of the way, and we are going to get the body on, throttle pedal mounted where that's going to go. We need to get the reservoir for the brakes mounted to the body so we can get some brake fluid in and bleed the brakes. Yeah, there's lots to do. So I'm going to stick you on a time lapse, and we're just going to dismantle this and get as much done as possible, because we've got Mandy coming on Sunday. Today is Friday. What is it, about 3:30? 3:20 on Friday, the 17th. Yeah, we've got Mandy coming to do some sign writing on Sunday, so the body needs to be on and as much on it so she can see the overall picture to what we're going with, so we can make all the sign writing tie in. I've just opted to repaint the roll cage. There's a couple of little defects in it. not the powder coater's fault, it's our fault because we rushed and it was quite rough. It's a 1971 roll cage at the end of the day, and we'd made modifications to it. Somebody else had done mods to it as well. So yeah, Chris has got that in the booth now. He's gonna knock that out and get it sanded down, and as best as he can do in the time that we've got. So yeah, catch you in a minute, guys. So that is it. The last time, fingers crossed, this floor pan will be without a body. We are about to move some stuff and yeah, lift the body on. I think we're there. Are we there, Brian?
Nearly there.
Okay. But I need to, I just need to notch this out. We've got a little bit of cutting to do, and then we'll show you what we've done. So guys, it's the end of Friday, and yes, we have got the body on. We're all enjoying a refreshment and admiring our hard work for this week. We are kind of on schedule. I'll be back here on Sunday to do some more, but you've got to admit, this looks pretty damn cool. Chris has just painted the framework inside as well, so that's done. We've got, what, 5 days now, boys? Can we get it done? 4 days. No, and Sunday, so I've got 5 days. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.